Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Chris and TJ podcast. I'm here. I'm here. My
There it
name's
is.
Chris.
There it is. We're back. We're back. Joined by TJ. He's back.
We were back. You can tell it's been so long since we filmed one of these.
You can tell. You can tell. Spoiler alert: we filmed one yesterday, and by film I mean sat in front of our cameras and didn't hit record for an hour. But that's all right. We're here.
It's my bad, guys. It's my bad. But it's completely different than the first one we recorded yesterday.
We're different questions, different topics. We're not just reusing the same.
Different hosts. Different.
Exactly. We had Johnny and Akiri up here yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even us.
It wasn't even us. So now you guys are getting the authentic Chris and TJ experience. You're welcome.
So anyways, TJ, how was your day?
My day, different from yesterday. Should I just tell yesterday's day, or I'll just go ahead to, I mean, today was pretty boring. I woke up. I don't have class on Tuesdays until like 2:40. So I slept in. I showered. I had Cheerios. 2:40. It's my first class and only class of the day.
Dang.
Later today is small group, not the one I'm leading, the one I'm a part of. That's the men's small group. Shout out to the men. It's funny.
We want to see that on camera.
Do I want to say what? Shout out to men. What about the men that I know and can vouch for? The guys in that group are all right.
We said every single guy is on.
That's not really what I said. Not exactly word for word. It was funny. So we're going through this book. I forget what it's called, but basically the first chapter was titled "How to Live Like a God-Fearing Woman," and so we had fun with that because we're not women. And we were asking the leader, we were like, "What the heck? Why are we going through this?" But the rest of the book is for both genders, so that was awesome. I'm excited. I think we're on chapter 3 today, which will be nice. We're just doing a chapter a week and going through it. And I think today might be enchilada day. I'm not sure.
Enchiladas.
Every day, so Joe Slater, that's the name of our campus minister, and his wife, Terry, loves to make food for us when we come over for small group, and I think today is enchilada day.
He sounds like an actor. Like, that name sounds like an actor.
Joe Slater?
Yeah.
It kind of does. What am I thinking of?
Slater, the guy who voices Ultron.
Oh.
What's his name?
I don't know.
His first name.
I'm pretty sure I was thinking of... No, okay, yeah, something like that. Or Trevor Slattery, right? That was his name?
I think so.
From Iron Man, and also spoilers, Shang-Chi.
He was a very good inclusion to that movie.
He was
surprisingly good.
And he was in it. I thought
he was in it for a lot more than I thought he was going to be in it.
I thought it was going to go one of two ways. Yeah, I thought you were going to see him in a prison cell in the background, or he was going to get shot at the beginning. I thought that's what he was doing. But he's like alive and killing it.
I didn't hate him.
Shout out to Ben Kingsley. Ben Kingsley hasn't been canceled, has he?
No. So
I can do a shout out to Ben Kingsley.
I can see you can shout him out.
That feels like in like 3 or 4 years that's gonna be bad that I did that, but that's all right. See, for now I'm safe.
But so far, if Disney let him in the movie, that means he's not canceled because Disney doesn't work with canceled people.
Right, but what if he's canceled in like 3 years? And I just
we'll just delete this episode.
Okay, we'll just delete the whole episode.
This is a limited time episode until he gets canceled.
Like Chris and TJ return special. Yeah, so how long has it been? Tell them, I know you told me earlier, but tell them how long it's been since we recorded that podcast.
Last time we uploaded, I don't know when we recorded it, but last time we uploaded it was 9/9/20.
It's currently 9/14.
And this will come out 9/15.
Oh, it'll come out 9/15?
Yeah.
Well, it's been over a year.
It's been over a year. It's literally, we've streamed and stuff. We've been,
Dog special.
We had the dog special.
That was fun.
Maybe the cooking special was after. Yeah, the cooking special was after because that was a Halloween episode.
Yeah, that was a Halloween thing. Yeah.
Or was it a Halloween episode that I turned into a Christmas special?
I think we made like
bats. I know
like that bat-shaped brownie.
I'm pretty sure I uploaded it for Christmas. Well,
awesome.
You can check the last videos and go watch.
We were busy. We were college. We were busy.
Yeah.
And we were out of our mojo. Like we're back. I
can feel it too. I have
back.
Energy now.
Exactly.
It's like we're back at that table. Well,
yeah, it's just like we're back at the table, except for there's no table to be back at.
Yeah, there's no table.
For a bit. Mark your calendars. What day did we say?
October 6th.
October 6th is the next live action.
Live action. We're CGI right now.
It's really new technology. It's the next in-person episode because I'm going to visit Chris in VCU, and we're going to do arcade, and we're going to do, I don't know what else you have there.
We're going to watch Venom.
Oh, that's right. We're going to watch Venom.
We're going to watch Venom and give you our live reactions. Probably not live. Yeah. Maybe live. We'll see.
We're going to be live streaming during the movie. Not really.
That's what turn
Imagine like it says like, in association with Marvel, and you just hear like, "Hey, what's up, guys?"
They should hire us.
They should. I think so. I think we could write a pretty good Venom movie.
I think we could write arguably a better Venom movie than the first Venom. Maybe
Yeah,
not as like funny, but it'll be funny purposefully, not funny
I
as
think-
in like the way it was funny.
We would quickly realize that the jokes that we write down aren't as funny as the ones we say out loud, and we just make it super serious. That'd be
You're
my
right. You
super
know what? I
serious
think that'd be okay
I
too.
think
A
that'd be
super
better, yeah.
depressing Venom movie.
Yeah.
I think that could work. Like a Joker style Venom movie.
Yeah. That would be weird.
That'd be very
Imagine,
weird.
imagine if Joker ended with like the symbiote falling on him. And, like,
Oh.
that movie was already kind of weird with like I don't think the quality of the movie would go down if it wasn't about Joker. And it was just about
And
some
I
guy.
think
But
that's
I think
what
the money
everyone.
made would go
I
down.
think that's what everyone always talks about. That's the only thing I dislike about. Well, I dislike a couple things about the Joker movie, but the only thing I disliked while watching the Joker movie is that they had to show Bruce's parents getting shot.
Mhm.
Like, what was up with that? That didn't seem like it belonged in the
We
movie.
get it.
Like, we know who this is.
We're aware.
We could tell who the kid was when his dad is Thomas Wayne.
I liked the thing about like you didn't really know if Thomas Wayne was the dad or not.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But it could have replaced the name Thomas Wayne with
with anything else.
Yeah, and like
But I don't think the movie would have made nearly as much money.
oh no, it definitely wouldn't have.
Yeah. But it does.
But
feel
it would
like
have been the same movie. Like it would have been okay still. I probably wouldn't have watched it, but if I did,
right.
I would have liked it still. Sort of.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'm thinking like Parasite. Like if like a Parasite was like an X-Men movie or something. Like it just what are we doing? I don't know.
They could do that, yeah. I could see. Yeah, they could. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Just reskin it, you know.
Speaking of reskinning, I need to stop doing transitions that don't transition into anything.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just kind of came out of my
list of questions, and I don't see.
I
Also,
did too.
One of the questions is how is decorating an apartment, and I swear every time I read that, I think it says deodorant. How is deodorant apartment? What is deodorant apartment?
I said the skinning thing, and then I looked at the list of questions to see which one I could quickly
Okay,
turn
so
into.
you're doing it in the wrong order.
And then I realized I had nothing.
Let's look at what you've been up to and figure out a way that we can segue into that.
Okay.
Well, I could just ask you how your day is because we're still on that question.
We
I
are
guess.
still on that question.
How
We
was
haven't
your day,
started the
Chris?
question segment yet.
The whole thing's the question segment. How's your day, Chris?
My day was pretty good. I, unlike you, have my first and only class at 9:30 a.m.
Guy's dumb.
But today specifically I had to leave at 9 a.m. because Hannah and Leah and I have the same classes at the same time, so we just walk together. But my class is further. But every other day I leave at 8:50 a.m. Now, Chris, why do you leave at 8:50 a.m. When you don't have to? Because I want to get Starbucks on my way to class. Which leads me to my next story.
Yeah, this is a good segue.
I went to this class. I went to go and get Starbucks before this class, and it was raining a little bit. But I was like, no, I'll just wear a hoodie. It is not the hoodie that I'm currently wearing. That was yesterday's bit.
That was yesterday.
But I just wore this to go get my coffee. It was sprinkling a little bit. I got to the Starbucks. It was a pretty long line. I waited in line. I got to my turn, and I was like, hey, can I get a venti cold brew? And they were like, we're out of venti cups. And that took me back. I was like, what do you mean? Do you know who I am?
Now is venti, is that the biggest one?
No, Trenta's the biggest one, but they also.
I always
have
get confused
Trentas.
because grande is like the smallest. Like, what's that about? Why is it grande?
Grande is the second smallest.
What's the
Tall
smallest?
is the smallest.
I'm gonna beat up Starbucks.
Anyways, I got a grande cold brew, and I walked outside, and it's pouring. It's like awful, and I'm like, oh well, I gotta go to class. So what I did, I covered my coffee with my hand so water wouldn't get inside of it, and then I just walked to class in the pouring rain. I got there. I got inside the business building. I went into my room. The lights were off. No one was there. I was like panicking. I checked my phone real quick. I scrolled down all my notifications. And the day before, she sent out an email saying, hey guys, no class tomorrow. And I was like, oh, Now I have to
Right.
walk back in the
That's
rain. So I step outside. The sun's out. It's not even raining. No one's wet. I'm just out there like
You're just
soaking.
drenched, soaking wet. That's fine.
Yeah, it was
Coffee.
Yeah, I
If you had not gone to get the coffee, you would have seen the notification. Probably.
No, because I got it the day before.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
TJ, do you get coffee?
I've started drinking coffee. Yeah, but like not like really. Like I got a latte. A latte, that's real coffee.
Yes, that is real coffee. And I like it. I like lattes. I
Yeah.
like them a latte.
Okay. Cut that out. No, I'm kidding. And there was something. It was like kind of coffee. I forget what it's called, but it was like it had chocolate in it. It had whipped cream on it. It had.
Oh, the thing you always got at the podcast, you would always sip into the microphone.
No, because I got a chocolate milk. Or maybe, was it a hot chocolate?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The thing it had like it had like little flakes of chocolate on it, and
Yes,
sometimes it
the
had
thing-
coffee in it, and sometimes it didn't
things
have
you
coffee.
always drank during the podcast.
No, I had a chocolate milk during the podcast.
No.
Oh my lord!
It was a coffee. It was.
What do you?
I always bought it for you, and then I was like, "Here's your little drink." And I would tell you it had no caffeine in it, because one time you were like, "This doesn't have caffeine in it, right?" And my brain was like, "If I say yes, right? If I say it does have caffeine right now, it will. He will stop drinking it." So I was like, "No, it doesn't have any caffeine in it," which is partially true.
So it wasn't a chocolate milk?
It's called.
You know, I've gone up to the Starbucks on campus and I've asked for a chocolate milk, and they've just
You know they do sell chocolate milk cartons. I looked.
chocolate milk cartons.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like, you know how we used to get cartons of milk at school?
They
They sell,
sell those?
they sell those.
Well, they never give that to me. They just look at me funny and then tell me they have hot chocolate, and I say, "All right, I'll take your hot chocolate." And then it looks nothing like the thing that you always got me, because I guess it's not.
It's called a
So what's the
mocha
name of
cookie
the thing?
crumble.
Mocha cookie crumble.
This man
I'll
just
think
dropped
about
its orange.
I've never. I never.
He did this all of yesterday also.
It's so fun. Should I do the granola bar bit?
Yeah, do the
There.
granola bar bit.
Put the granola bar back here. All right, no, there's no granola bar. Look, my orange. Orange fell. Whoa, it was a granola bar the whole time. Let me pick that granola bar up. Whoa, it's an orange.
For you audio listeners, there's a lot of audio listeners.
Are there?
Shout out to all the audio listeners.
Shout out to the audio listeners. Is that Spotify and iTunes?
Yes, I can't see iTunes statistics, but we have a 5-star. We have only 5 stars on iTunes. So that's pretty cool.
Pretty good.
But on Spotify, the last episode got like 95 views, which is more than they did on YouTube. So
How much did we get on YouTube?
I got maybe like 60.
Awesome. So when you put those together, that's 150 people listening to us talk about nothing.
We have if you look at all our views accumulated, it's a pretty high number.
Yeah.
I'll check right now. I'll check live.
Flex on the audience.
Distract the audience.
Thank you, audience. I'll distract you. Look at my orange. Look how cool this orange is.
What about the audio
You guys
listeners?
remember when we,
Right. I was going to explain to the audio listeners what you did. So basically, TJ dropped his orange that he's holding and then picked up a granola bar that he also has in reach. But it seemed like when he came back, the orange turned into a granola bar. There you go, audio listeners.
There you go, audio listeners. You're welcome
Chris and
for always including you on every bit that I do.
Oh, we definitely
Remember when we used to film and like a decent chunk of like the episode would be like the set falling apart behind us? And, like,
Yeah.
that was just, the audio listeners would have no idea what was happening.
Anyways, our total channel has 2,500 views.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
And how
Now,
much do we need to get money?
like 10,000, I believe.
Awesome. So share, smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, if
There
you're
you
not subscribed, what are you doing?
If Chris and I aren't able to drop out of college by the end of the year, that's your fault.
And pay back all the college loans?
And
That's on
pay
you.
back the college loans with YouTube money.
But yeah, speaking of making money on YouTube, I was researching a little bit, and by researching, I got an ad for the people who make our stickers and all that stuff. Sticker Mule, shout out to Sticker Mule, give us free stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
They have shirts now, and we can make shirts. I looked at the prices; they would end up being $25 each per person. If you want to buy shirts, let us know. We'll start a campaign.
You said it's pre-order now, right?
It's pre-order, yes.
So we don't have to worry about overbuying.
We wouldn't have to worry about overbuying now.
Awesome.
There is a limit of 10 shirts per order.
That's all right.
So If you want to get a shirt,
limited time only.
yeah, we'll
And,
make.
and what design are we putting on the shirt?
For right now, to start off with, it'll just be the classic, not the classic logo, but like the logo we use now.
The red one?
The one that's holographic.
Okay.
Yeah, well, it'll be that.
Can you put like a picture on the screen or a link in the description?
Yeah, it'll be a picture right here.
Shout out to the audio listeners.
Shout out to the audio listeners. For you audio listeners, it's the one that's on the thumbnail of the video you're watching, because they still got thumbnails on Spotify.
Okay, all right, now I see.
So it's that. That'll be on like the left part of the chest. It'll be $25. We would ship them as soon as we have enough to order. Like as soon as we get 10 people, we'll get them, and we'll ship them out to you. You can place your order on Instagram, and then you can Venmo us to our hopefully business account that'll be set up by then, because Venmo has business settings
awesome.
now. So
also, theoretically, Chris and I both have stickers and pins.
We do have stickers and pins.
So if you want those
are $1. The stickers are $1. The pins are $2. Awesome. That's enough promoting our stuff. Let's get to the questions.
Thanks to advertising break. Thanks to our sponsor.
Thanks to our sponsor ourselves.
Exactly. We sponsor ourselves. We're real.
We're self-made men.
Let's see. What you been up to in the past year since we haven't recorded since?
I finished freshman year of college. I almost said high school.
That would have been funny, but you caught yourself.
And I have an apartment now, and there's this really cool thing I did all of last year. I don't think anyone found it cool besides me. I really got into making 3D models of everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh no, don't show them that.
Specifically TJ. I might have show him, but I made a really buff version of 150 subscribers, and I'll show him. I made a really buff version of TJ.
And you got to show him the Joker one too.
That one's just Photoshop. Oh no, I made it.
Yeah.
There's also a version of TJ as the Joker,
terrifying.
super buff, terrifying. With long hair and a bunch of scars all over his body.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So if you want to see that, to get to 150 subscribers.
What are we at right now?
130.
130. That's only 20. We've got college friends now. It'll be easy. You guys are gonna be able to see buff TJ.
You guys don't want to see buff TJ?
Oh, we're gonna lose subscribers now.
TJ, what have you been up to?
I did a research project with my dad over the summer on political polarization on Reddit. We're still working on that.
You're still working on that?
Yep. We came to a semi-conclusion that it has not gotten worse in the past decade, but I, for one, am skeptical because we trained our AI on only a few data points. So I think...
Also, I think the last decade just been like 10 years, like the last...
Did I say decade?
You said decade.
Wait, sorry, no, I meant decade. I thought... I'm dumb. Go ahead.
That was last 10 years. That was 2010. Wasn't the internet worse in 2010?
Weren't
people more brutal out there?
I just know that we've got one Obama and 2 Trump elections. I guess one Obama, 1 Trump, and 1 Biden. So that's why we wanted to do it, I think. My dad, because he works at UMW, was able to make a class. I forget what he called the class, but essentially we're hiring these minions, and they get credit hours, and all they do is look at Reddit posts for us and tell them if they're polarized or not.
Sounds like
so shout out to
an unpaid internship.
Basically, except they get credit for it.
Yeah, which you did not.
And my dad, I did not get credit for it, but my dad, he started calling the original team the Fantastic Four, and I think that's awesome.
Pretty cool.
That's me, Alexis Veronica, and Dr. Davies.
Dr. Davies.
My sister might be a Dr. Davies.
Fun little fact about TJ. When I was first meeting his dad, he was like, you have to call him Dr. Davies or he's going to get offended. Then I walk into a house super nervous to talk to his dad, and his dad goes, "Hi, I'm Steven." And I was like,
every time I went to like CVS and they'd be like, "Hello, Mr. Davies, we have your prescription ready," he'd lean over and be like, "It's Dr. Davies." But he might have just been trying to do the Austin Powers bit. You know? I didn't go to 15 years of grad school to be called Mr. Evil. I don't know. I haven't seen Powers. I just know the line.
Fake fan.
Fake fan. I should watch them though. I've heard they're good. Next question. What do you miss most about film?
I miss TJ.
Say it. Now we're talking. Second day I got that compliment in a row. I miss you too, Chris. We're killing it.
That's pretty much all honestly, that's pretty much all
I don't know. I miss Gabalski. Get him back.
Kabowski back.
I miss.
For you new viewers, Kabowski was our old high school principal who we got on the podcast, and it was the
Watch that
most
episode.
awkward experience that I've ever
That was pretty
filmed.
bad. Camera was off center, and we were seated like this the
It
whole
was
time.
Bad angle.
And like the best question we could come up with was do you like skim or 1% milk better?
We asked him what kind of milk he liked, and he was like,
I like normal.
regular.
What does that mean?
Uh,
That was awesome. I think we asked him if water was wet, didn't we?
did.
We were that guys.
we were those
I think-
guys.
Because we took questions from the school, and so someone asked.
That was our first mistake.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't think we could have got the interview without it, because the whole shtick behind the interview was the school wants to know about you.
I guess. We could have just lied. Did you just hit his camera? Where's the orange?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh,
He dropped it again. So TJ, how's sophomore year been? This man is not on his desk. He's back.
it's too far under the bed. I can't reach it. I'll get it afterwards. How has what been? I can play with
sophomore year.
Sophomore year's been good. So far, it's been way busier than I thought, but academic-wise, it's not stressful. I'm taking 4 classes, the hardest of which I guess is my English class, where we're reading Frankenstein right now. I'm supposed to finish that by tomorrow, but I'm understanding it, which is good. Like
really
sometimes
good.
I don't understand. I mean, to be fair, it was a lot harder to keep up with the readings in middle school because you were in class for like so long, and like you got home and only had like. You got home at 2, accounting for dinner and family activities, had maybe like 5 hours of free time.
And also,
And-
reading sucked.
Also, reading sucked. Like, I don't know, why do they pick the most boring books?
I don't understand. There's so many good like adventure novels written
Right?
by like
Like, I want to read
great
Huckleberry
writers.
Finn or Beowulf was cool. I like Beowulf.
Beowulf was fine.
Frankenstein?
I had
Like,
in
this was awesome.
5th grade. I had to read this book about the Trail of Tears and how this little Native American girl got like kidnapped from her family and like abused. That was my 5th
Is
grade
that
novel.
Grapes of Wrath?
No, that's
What is Grapes
about,
of Wrath about?
That's about that's about them going to California, isn't it? That's the
I don't know, I've read
California
it.
one, I think.
I don't have to read that one.
And then I remember this funny story. Our dear friend Matt. We were reading
Shout out
this
to
book
Matt.
called Esperanza Rising. I don't know why I remember this. This was 5th grade. We were reading Esperanza Rising, and like metaphorically, the girl was talking. She was like having trouble with her boyfriend, and she was talking in like a metaphor. And she went, "There's like this river in between us." And Matt during the discussion went, "Wait, I read this thinking that they were standing across a river from each other, trying to like communicate." And I was like, "No, that was just a metaphor."
That's funny.
And he's in
Sometimes
the
it's hard to
Navy
tell.
now.
Shout out to Matt. Now there's a river between us and Matt. Actually, is there?
No,
He's in Florida, right?
He's in
Or is that
Florida.
confidential information?
Oh, yeah,
Uh-oh.
or no, we're gonna get airstruck.
I'm gonna get bombed now.
We're gonna get
Sorry,
smited.
Matt. That's our bad. U.S.
Uh,
government's knocking on the door. Check that down. What is XSA? Oh, I typed that. That must have been when the orange hit the keyboard. Oh, jeez. All right. Funny/bad college stories. I still don't know how to answer this. I should have thought about that.
I
before
don't
we
either.
started.
I have a lot of bad stories, not any that I want to tell. I
Let's
already
see.
told the one where I got super wet.
Right.
A couple days ago.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
I have one.
Awesome.
So for the first like 2 weeks of me living here, we had a total of like 5 or 4 fire alarms just go off
Awesome.
randomly. It was the worst. I was just standing in the living room once. I was alone, and then all of a sudden the fire alarm goes off, and I start panicking. I'm like, oh, gosh. So I like ran out in our hallway. It's insane. You can't like your ears are bleeding. I couldn't lock the door properly because I couldn't cover my ears and
That's
do
awesome.
it. So then I walked outside. I stood out there for like an hour. We came back inside. I got in bed, and then 4 a.m, the fire alarm starts again, wakes me up. This time though, I'm prepared, and I put my AirPods on the noise canceling mode while walking. It's good enough. That helped enough. And then that couple days went by, and it happens again at 2 a.m. And I'm like, this is it. Next time it happens, no one wake me up. Just leave me to burn. And then also every time we cook, we like, and it gets too steamy, it'll just like
Mhm.
go off for a second,
That's
and it just
awesome.
makes me panic. Yeah, and I'm like, what? Did I just set it off?
So how you have a hallway?
Yeah, we have a
So my
hallway.
apartment, it's just like we're in a building, and then next to us is another building. Like it looks more like a townhouse than.
Oh yeah, ours is just like a complex.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. We should go into how is decorating apartments. Time at apartments.
Well, as you can see behind TJ, he has not.
Doing a great job so far. My desk finally came in, which you guys are currently sitting on. Well, you're not sitting on my desk, but like that's where the camera is. All right. Anyway,
I'm sitting on his desk right now.
so I've been focusing on building that and getting that built. So I didn't actually like
It took
buy
2 weeks.
It took
3 weeks.
3 weeks. 3 weeks to get here. So okay. So what happened was they sent this. This is my funny / bad college story. They sent like we ordered the desk from Target, and it like a week had gone by, and I was like, it's kind of weird. It's not here. I have to like do all my homework on my bed. I don't have like a desk to do it on. So I check UPS to see like the shipping, and they're like, oh, label created, and I'm like, label create? What does that mean? So they haven't shipped it? So I like text my mom, I'm like, Mom, they haven't even shipped the desk yet. They just created the label, and she was like, huh, that's weird. What does that even mean? I'm like, I don't know what that means. And like another week goes by, and I'm like, this kind of sucks. I don't have a desk. And like I'm busy with other things, which is why I'm not like focusing on the desk. But like I'm in bed and I'm like, man, I really wish I had a desk right now. So I checked the UPS label created. But what is that? So they made a label, I guess, for the desk to ship it, and then never shipped it.
Yeah.
And so then at like week 2.5, my mom was just like, we're just gonna order another desk. She just ordered the same desk again, and then it got here relatively quick. But we don't know what happened to that last desk. Like it could be out there somewhere. I could like get a package tomorrow.
I have it.
You have it. Chris got it. Chris intercepted it.
Fun fact about TJ's desk.
I don't know what your problem is with my desk.
It doesn't. It's not a good desk.
It's an awesome desk.
No, it's not.
What's wrong with it?
First of all, your keyboard is inside the rolly thing. That is just that's the worst thing to ever use.
Wait till you hear that I put it together, Ron, and so one like the right side of the rolly doesn't go in as far as the left side of the roll.
That's worse. Another thing, your monitors are about to fall off your desk.
No, he's so fine. He's on edge, but he's fine. He's sitting right there.
And then,
like that little joke.
Second of all, you don't need the little step in the back of the desk. Just get rid of that and push your monitor.
No, I've got that's where my Nintendo Switch is. Paid sponsorship by Nintendo.
Behind your desk, like behind your like monitors.
Yeah, but then I don't know, cords or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
This guy knows exactly what I'm saying. Oh, is my fan on? You can't hear my fan, can you?
I turned my fan off just so you can hear it.
But can you hear mine?
No.
All right, we're fine.
I don't know why, but I like put my ear up to the microphone to be
Oh,
able to hear it.
awesome.
Like, that's not that's not how that works.
Oh, well, our brains are burnt on college. We
Yeah.
have excuses.
TJ, do you have any thoughts on the new show What If from Marvel?
Yeah, I like it.
I like
I like it
too.
a lot.
I like it.
I
Yeah.
did not like. So, I liked all the episodes.
Mhm.
The one I liked the least was the murder mystery one. Spoilers incoming, because a crucial part of the murder mystery is that Hope Van Dyne died. Like that's the whole reason that Hank Pym goes on his killing spree.
Right.
But how are we supposed to know she died? What
Yeah.
was the tip?
It wasn't a good murder mystery where we couldn't figure out who
wrong.
it was. But I think it was cool though when the Hulk exploded into green glob.
That was pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
I get kind of upset when Hulk dies or gets beat up because I'm like, that's not supposed to happen. Like you're not supposed to be able to beat the Hulk, but like Thanos beat him in a fight, and I was like, all right, cool.
Like,
Thanos is strong, but isn't he just supposed to get more angry? But I guess he was just ashamed because he got beat up. So that one I'm all right with. But then this one, I'm like, man.
also, he's a human again.
Yeah, what the heck?
What's up with that? I
Spoilers
forgot
for-
about that.
Spoilers for Shang-Chi. We already said that earlier, but once again, spoilers for Shang-Chi. He in the post-credit scene, he was in like full human form,
He still had a broken arm.
which means there's still hope for Worldbreaker Hulk. Right? It's not over because if he can go fully man, he can go fully Hulk also.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Which I am.
I think. I guess that makes sense a little bit that they have the in between, but he can go even further, but I think that would have been useful against the fight against Thanos.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? You'd think that would be useful. Also, at some point, Hulk's gonna get smart enough and old enough and just not need Banner anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like he's just gonna fully take over and then not let
That's
Banner.
that's the Hulk from Old Man Logan, isn't it?
I haven't seen Old Man Logan or read it.
Uh,
You know they're making Old Man Star-Lord?
Well, that makes sense.
That's
They're
a
making an
comic
Old
book.
Man everyone.
That's pretty cool. I like that concept.
Yeah.
I want an old man Chris and TJ. I thought that'd be cool.
We can hire actors that sort of look like us. And
Or we
then,
could just get
like,
Turn to edit us. Make us
edit
look
us
old.
right now into old people.
Yeah, right
Turn's
now.
not editing this. I am.
Turn,
but
Turn's
right
not our
now.
editor, but he probably could.
I'm telling you to do it, so do it.
Do it, Turn, right now. And we'll know you didn't watch this episode if you don't do it by tomorrow.
Oh, all those questions, by the way, were from Hannah. Shout out to Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah Bearford. I forgot her last name the other day. I forgot how she came up in conversation, but I was like, Hannah 1H Hannah. I always want to say Barefoot, but that's not what it is. I think that's her contact name on my phone because I thought that was funny.
You would.
Shout out to past TJ for thinking that's funny.
When are we gonna go back together and record? We're gonna do it October 2nd.
We already talked about that, you stupid audience.
But you guys don't have to know when we're recording. You just know when it's happening. Like when
The
it's coming up.
paparazzi is gonna come get us if we tell them when we're recording. We don't have a paparazzi. Who asked that one?
That was Leah.
Shout out to Leah.
Shout out to Leah for asking a question that we already answered.
Come on, Leah. What are you doing?
Technically, we already answered all of these yesterday, so you guys
That's
need to get
true. You make a
it.
compelling argument. Next up, I'm lost. I don't know where we're
How
at.
has cooking been for you, TJ?
Oh, I can't buy for one. I've realized.
What do you mean?
Like I buy. So, not fair. Cheddar cheese slices, meat, lunch meat, and bread are not.
Are not non-perishables?
No, well, yeah, but I'm thinking more like one loaf of bread. Let's say, I know maybe it's more. Let's say it gets you 6 sandwiches. Okay, one loaf of bread. So 12 slices, 6 sandwiches.
Yep.
One pack of meat does not get you 6 sandwiches.
Yes, correct.
And there's like 10 slices of cheese in a cheddar cheese thing.
Correct.
So it's not like I can just buy 6 sandwiches essentially and then make them. It's like I gotta keep rotating in and out, figuring out what I need, and I don't like it. It's not fun. I need other uses for the cheese. I need to make hamburgers or something.
I just go we go like every other week, or last time we went 3 weeks. We just get a bunch of groceries, stock the fridge, and then make dinner based off of that.
That's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've been trying to make dinner every night. Hasn't really worked because sometimes I'm like, I kind of just want like fast
Do you have a meal plan?
No.
I still have a meal plan, so I can get away with stuff like that.
Like,
I think
just
I'm
want-
probably gonna get lunch
Shout
out of it.
out to Taco Bell for being
Shout out
extremely
to
cheap.
Taco.
It's so
pretty
cheap. You can get so
What
much
was
food.
what was their new thing? Why
$5.
that Turn was like mad at you for trying?
Okay, so it's this like tortilla, right, with a piece of chicken inside of it and just cheese, and it smacks. No, it also has chipotle sauce. It smacks so hard. It's so good, and it's $1.50.
Interesting.
I could get like
$1.50.
10 of those for like
Yeah,
$15.
it's weird. I wonder how much money they can make off of that.
I wonder what their profit margins are. Let's buy them out and find out.
Let's buy them out. Let's buy out Taco Bell.
Let's buy out Taco Bell.
What's up? When is or how? We already answered that one. Any upcoming plans? Question mark.
I am going to go see a Harry Styles concert.
You're so
this weekend.
golden.
That one. That's the guy.
That's a cool one. I like Cherry the best. But I forget how it goes.
What are you doing soon?
Watching Star Wars tonight.
On a retreat.
Going on a retreat. Yes, Falco. Right. Thank you.
This guy.
All of the RUFs in the state of Virginia, maybe, I don't know, are going to the same retreat, and we're all going to say hi to each other and be cool friends and stuff. So I'm excited. That'll be on the 24th.
Let me guess. Charlottesville.
I don't know. Do you know?
It's Charlottesville.
Did Hannah tell you? It's Charlottesville. All right, it's Charlottesville.
Oh, that's what Hannah said. She thinks it's Charlottesville. So
I forget the name of it. There's some place, Bridge something.
Bridgewater.
No,
That's a college.
that's where we're really close to Bridgewater, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to skip class on Friday. Mom, don't watch. No.
TJ's failing all his classes.
I think I'm I'm helping carry the worship team music or not music equipment. I think maybe I don't really know. I don't know. They say TJ get in this car and drive, and I say yes sir or yes to speak. So eventually I'll figure it out. Maybe not today, but I've got time. It's not until like
you got this.
That's still 10 days away. That's so long. When is TJ going to a football game from Sammy? Sammy, I saw Sammy at Chick-fil-A, and I did the little chicken thing, and she did the little chicken. No, actually, she didn't do that. That's right. No, she looked at me like I was dumb, and then went back to helping the customer.
It's not her thing, though.
Not a shout out to Sammy. Exactly. Rude. What's it like being an adult? From Luis.
I don't feel like an adult yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Buying groceries makes me feel like an adult, and it's so annoying. Making food for yourself is so annoying.
I think when I'm out of college, I'm just gonna do Blue Apron.
Same. I was thinking about doing that now.
I would do it now, except for too expensive, and
I also don't know where it would get delivered.
That's a good point. Do you have like a mailbox or something?
Yes, but isn't it like? Does it come cold? How does it? I don't know how they ship it.
I don't know how they do it. I guess isn't it like illegal to ship food?
I don't. It can't.
It can't be, or else they'd be out of business.
Illegal to ship food.
Yeah, because you can like mail people cookies and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you guys have campus cookies?
Yeah, we have two of them. We have the first Insomnia cookies, and we have Red Eye cookies.
Oh, okay.
Which Insomnia cookies smack.
We have one that's just called campus cookies, I think.
Do you guys have a campus waffle? We have a campus waffle.
Ooh, no, we don't have a campus waffle.
It's really good. Waffle? It's just waffles.
How many people are at your school again?
Too many.
Okay, but not enough for a football team.
We're in a city, so we don't have a stadium to play football.
You could rent out a stadium.
How many? Oh my God! How many people go to VCU? It says in 2015, which is definitely not going to be accurate anymore because that was 6 years ago. In 2015, it was 31,000. Definitely not. That's definitely not it anymore. But I guess we'll.
It'll be higher or lower.
I think it'll be higher.
Aren't there less kids to go to college now? Because the baby boomers stopped going to college. There's less children. Like the population pyramid. Bink. And now it's going like.
Does that mean we're all dying?
What? No, it just means that more kids were born in a greater cluster before our generation was born.
Okay.
So now colleges have to compete for kids more because there's less kids to go to college.
The most updated one was fall 2020, which was during COVID. That was the first COVID. That's when you got sent back. Remember when you got sent back from college?
Shout out to JMU for not handling COVID well.
Yeah, we had 29,000 during that time.
Okay.
So yeah, we probably have
around 30,000. One thing that I'm surprised about is how many people are on campus, like walking from class to class.
I've seen so many people.
It's like I guess because everyone's in in-person classes now, but it's like it's a lot. What's the next question? Best part about college from Brandon. Shout out to Brandon.
The friends you make along the way.
Yeah, that's right. We did this bit, but I was really gonna say that, but in a less cheesy way. Because I'm really enjoying RUF. I'm having a great time there. And shout out to Ruff.
Are you sure the marching band isn't the best part about college?
Get a load of this guy. I'm not doing marching band audience all by that.
Special announcement. TJ.
That was my entire personality in high school.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Right?
That's insane.
It is really weird because like that was my thing in high school.
You were band president, and now you dropped out.
Band president, and then I stopped doing it. But
I mean, we all grow up.
It kind of goes back to the RUF thing. Like I enjoyed that so much more, and so when there was a confliction, I was like, not much of a choice here. It did take a while for me to get over that mental barrier of not doing band. Like there was a lot of like I had like a midlife crisis almost. I was like, am I really gonna do like that's me? I'm band guy. But then
I mean, you can still play the trombone without being in band.
Nope. Nope.
TJ doesn't play the trombone anymore.
I do. It's in my case right there. This is under the. You can see the music stand now, unless Chris cuts that out.
It will be cut out, but I can see it.
Can you see my hand?
Maybe not. Because I usually keep it so it's like.
Here's your thumbnail. Actually, there were some good thumbnail moments where I looked dumb. Like I caught the orange, and I was like, oh. Like,
you just did it again. That's the thumbnail face.
No.
This guy played himself.
This guy.
This guy.
All right, Aiden. Which Aiden is this?
Iruana.
Yeah. He wants us to talk about Shang-Chi, Loki, and he doesn't have it on there, but we're also going to talk about Hawkeye in a minute. Okay, yes. Shang-Chi, thoughts?
Good movie.
I couldn't focus during it, but I think it was good.
Yeah. You just watch it again. It seems really replayable.
I wasn't the biggest fan. So here's my problem. Anytime in a movie that I can think of where there are two people that are against each other, but they don't want either of them to seem like the bad guy, they just have this third force of evil that has no personality. Like yes. The two examples I'm thinking of is Batman versus Superman and this Shang-Chi. So for those of you that don't care about spoilers and haven't seen the movie, Shang-Chi's dad is the Mandarin. He's the head of a terrorist organization, but he became a good guy for a while. He was doing good things, and then his wife got killed, and he was super sad, and he went back to his terrorist ways. And now he thinks his wife is calling to him because she's trapped behind a magical barrier. Like he's getting visions and stuff like that. And it ends up, our hero, Shang-Chi, finds out that actually there's just this weird little dragon demon thing that is like calling to him because he knows the Ten Rings will be able to open the door. And so they didn't, so like the dad, like obviously is a terrorist, not awesome, but like he was painted as this, just like he's being taken advantage of and stuff guy, which I can get behind, but
I mean, still abuses
I didn't
kids.
like the giant, like I don't mind big CGI monsters. I don't mind that, but that
one was ugly.
He was pretty ugly. He was supposed to be ugly though. I don't know. He felt like he was just like a cop out.
Yeah.
Like they didn't want anyone to be the bad guy, so they were like, let's just do this. That's what Doomsday was. I did like Zemo in Captain America: Civil War. Like they didn't want Iron Man or Captain America to be the bad guy, so they just made a Nazi the bad guy. But the Nazi had a personality and like he had like a reason for doing what he was doing.
Was Zemo a confirmed Nazi? I thought he was decided because
he was Hydra.
Died. I thought he wasn't Hydra. I thought he killed Hydra. No, he broke into the Hydra officer to find out the code.
You're right. He just knows about Hydra.
Yeah, which everyone does.
Good for Zemo.
Oh wait, that's how he knows it because the Black Widow leaked it.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the other Captain America.
TJ, I have a very not hypothetical, a very important question for you.
All right.
Would you rather pay for expensive parking or walk an uncomfortable distance?
Define expensive and define uncomfortable.
Expensive, maybe like $5 an hour, and uncomfortable, maybe like a mile.
I can walk a mile in about 20 minutes. So
yeah, it really depends how you value how the monetary value of your time is.
Well, it also depends on how long I'm going to be at the place I'm at. So if I'm parking for $5 an hour and I'm there for 4 hours, that's $20. I'd rather walk a mile there and back than pay $20. But if I'm only there for 30 minutes, I'd pay $5 to save myself. Well, would I? I don't think I would. I think I'd walk a mile.
I wouldn't. I'd just pay.
Awesome.
Also, fun fact, VCU, free parking on the weekends.
Shout out to VCU for free parking on the weekends. Do you guys have gates on your campus? So like you can't drive to certain spots?
No.
JMU has gates. So you can't drive through campus.
We're in the middle of the city.
But you can get to anywhere. You just can't drive through. Loki. Thoughts on Loki?
Oh, right. Loki, good.
I
like it more than Shang-Chi.
We said this also yesterday. There was something I didn't like about it, but neither of us for what it was. We did. It was the episode that I didn't understand the reference to.
Yeah. The one with the Thanos copter.
The one with the Thanos copter. I got that one. Well, I just didn't see it in the first watch through. I also missed Frog Thor because I was like a fan while he came on screen. But yeah, that was good. And the thing I'm getting weirded out about is for those of you that have seen the Spider-Man trailer, it feels like WandaVision ended with Wanda hearing her kids call to her, and you were like, "Uh-oh, she's gonna go like make a deal with the devil, or she's gonna go break open the multiverse and rip her kids out of there. Uh-oh, Wanda's about to blow up the multiverse." And everyone was like, "Uh-oh, Wanda's about to blow up the multiverse." And then Loki came out, and then Sylvie blew up the multiverse, and everyone was like, "Oh, okay, so maybe Wanda just heard her kids from a different reality, and she was going to that. So Wanda's not gonna open the multiverse, but Sylvie just opened the multiverse." So you're like, "All right, Sylvie opened the multiverse." And then the Spider-Man trailer comes out, and you're like, "Wait a minute." Now it kind of looks like Doctor Strange and Peter Parker are opening up the multiverse. So it's like, who's? There's like three people who could be doing this.
I read the synopsis for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and it says that it takes place like a year after WandaVision. I feel a sneeze coming on. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me.
Bless you.
Thank you. God, I was saying.
You're saying it takes place a year after WandaVision.
Right. And it's about Doctor Strange trying to know if he should follow his, like, what's it called? Sorcerer Supreme knowledge and stop Wanda from doing something bad, or break his Hippocratic oath and, not break his Hippocratic oath and not kill her. But it's basically going to be like, oh, do I kill her or do I not kill her? So I think she doesn't break the multiverse, but she exploits it.
Okay, that can make sense.
I think they're going to sort of solve it in Spider-Man, but it's going to leave like a little like crack, and then Wanda's going to like abuse it or something.
Okay, that can make sense. Get her kids.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. I don't know. I'm worried because you said it takes place after, and I was worried you were going to say it takes place after Loki, because I don't know what that would mean.
I think it takes place before. Oh, they've said something.
But how does something happen before or after Loki?
It's because time.
Like, hasn't Loki always happened?
No.
There's always been a multiverse.
Yes, but it was locked up.
But when did he open?
Like last week or something?
No, because it was opened in the Citadel, which is outside of time. Chris, what does that mean?
It's weird. It after he stole the Tesseract from the Avengers in Endgame.
Because he always has stole the Tesseract. Because there's always a point in time at which he steals the Tesseract from Endgame. You know what I'm saying?
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I think we've talked about this. I think there's a multiversal timeline, which would imply a multiverse of multiverses. Because that's the only way something can happen in like in order for time to pass, there has to be a timeline. And so for Loki to take a step into the Citadel, which is outside of time, that must just mean outside of a universal timeline, which means it corresponds to the multiverse.
I think you're thinking about this too hard.
I think I'm thinking about this too hard, but I need to for it to make sense. Last up, Hawkeye.
Hawkeye looks like Die Hard, but just like Die Hard. That's it.
It doesn't look like Marvel, which I'm
okay with that. I'm fine with that.
I hate when people say all the Marvel movies look the same, because they kind of maybe have a point, and I don't like them having a point about that. So I want them to like go into different genres. Genre is a weird word, but like, you know, like Winter Soldier didn't feel anything like
it's a spy movie.
Iron Man 3, which didn't feel anything like an Ant-Man. But like most of them, like you look at Doctor Strange and you're like, yeah, that's Marvel. And you look at Black Panther, you're like, yeah, that's Marvel. You look at all this. But Hawkeye doesn't look like Marvel. Yeah, it looks like Die Hard. I haven't seen Die Hard, but it looks, I don't know. And it looks kind of goofy too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Except Jeremy Renner is really like old.
Yeah.
And, like they make him look young. They try to make him look young, but it's kind of weird because he's like not.
Do they kill Hawkeye in this show?
Yes.
You think so?
Or he retires.
I think it's a pretty bold move to kill off an original Avenger in a TV show, but I think they might do it.
I mean, technically they killed off Captain America in a little commercial during Spider-Man.
What?
Remember during Spider-Man, that's the start when they're like, "Rest in peace, the heroes," and that's like, Captain America's death. Speaking of which, did you know, what's his name? Don Cheadle won an Emmy or like whatever the TV one is. I think it's an Emmy for the 5 minutes he was in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So dumb, man. What did he do?
Nothing. He did.
He was like, "You shouldn't have given up the shield." And then he walked off. Like 4 other characters did that. Why did he get the Emmy? Or why did he get an Emmy?
Pretty funny. And WandaVision won an Emmy on the best costumes, which I agree.
Yeah, that was good. That was well done.
Good.
And didn't it win like best original song for like Agatha All Along.
Oh, did it? I didn't see that.
I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure
Probably did. It's a good song. It's a banger.
Who's been messing with everything? It was Agatha
It was
All Along.
actually Loki, Sylvie, Doctor Strange.
What's up? Oh, that's funny.
What do you watch on YouTube?
What do I watch on YouTube? The Chris and TJ podcast, as should you.
As you're doing right now.
Shout out to you for making it to the end of the episode. We're proud of you.
We're so happy you did it. We're so happy to be back. Buy our merch. DM us on Instagram to buy our merch at Chris and
Follow
TJ.
us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow
Go to
us
our
on Twitter.
website.
Carly knows the Twitter.
It's Chris and TJ Pod.
Shout out to Carly. She's our
Carly.
manager. She was here in the episode we filmed yesterday, but then
Yes,
we didn't.
she has a nail appointment or something today.
Carly, that's all right. We miss you, Carly.
Subscribe to our Patreon. It's just Chris and TJ.
Give us high fives.
Give us high fives. Bye, fellers.